That comic podcast. Cast.
That would be a lot of fun. All right, let's move over to our little bit of comic news before we get into our reviews. But that is because we have a new team of Thunderbolts before the Thunderbolts movie. And normally, this kind of stuff happens all the time where we get new iterations and versions of teams, and we skip a lot of them. But this one's pretty cool, even though the story kind of sounds janky. But I think it's because we all have characters on here that we're pretty excited to see, except for the fact that Winter Soldier changed his name. I think that's
that's bothering me.
Revolution? Yeah,
Sucks.
Revolution.
Will not be televised.
Yeah, comic only, maybe never in a movie. But yeah, so it's Black Widow and him running a new Thunderbolts team to go up against like a cloned version of the Illuminati that wants to rule Earth or something. It's dumb. The story sounds dumb, but the team sounds great. And because the team is those two plus Laura Kenny Wolverine plus Namor.
Okay.
And I think, is that Clea?
Yes, that is
Clea from Doctor Strange. And then you've got Hulk and the doozy of the doozies, Carnage.
Wow.
Eddie Brock.
Carnage.
Eddie Brock. Okay.
I think this might be the most OP Thunderbolts team that we've seen put together so far.
How much you want to bet?
Yeah.
That this Carnage? I don't actually. I'm going to argue that point in 1 second. But
okay,
what if this is where we start seeing Carnage take over Eddie in a terrible way?
Ooh,
like what if this is Ultron a la West Coast Avengers?
You know what? That will be a thing
because the villain sounds terrible.
The villain probably
and
is
then
terrible.
Eddie becomes the villain.
But if Eddie's the villain on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just can't control Carnage. Because as Carnage gets stronger and stronger, it's going to be a bigger problem for Eddie.
Right.
I think there's a lot of fun to be had there. And I don't think this is the strongest team. I think this is a great team. But I think Deadpool, Elektra, Punisher, Red Hulk, what was it?
Ghost Rider. And the leader.
Yeah, that's a pretty powerful team.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And it was because remember when they gave Red Hulk the symbiote and the Spirit of Vengeance?
Yes, that was crazy.
That was one of the craziest moments in all of comics.
Yeah.
When he's running around on that three-wheeler, it was like the most treacherous three-wheeler I've ever seen. It's like his big wheel of torment. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was an awesome moment. But I don't know, man, because now you got to compare Red Hulk to actual Hulk, which I would assume that that's actual Hulk and not like Amadeus Cho or somebody. And then Carnage, like, who can pretty much solo a lot of people.
I like how you're just ignoring Namor.
I'm not ignoring Namor.
You are ignoring Namor. You're
I'm
the
not.
only one who cares. And
I'm
going
to
you to say something about Namor.
I'm going to get to Namor, but Namor being on there as well puts it over the top. If you imagine,
I was just about to say I don't see his wings, but I see them now. So
they've been clipped a long time ago, buddy.
But he still flies. Him and the Hulk put together, that alone puts them way over the top.
Well, then what were they? That was not the Defenders. Was it the Defenders?
It was the Defenders.
Or was
it
the
was
Invaders?
the
Or whatever. Yeah.
Pretenders?
I think it was the Defenders. It could have been the Invaders, but I think it was the Defenders.
Namor, and Hulk it was the main three on the team. I think it was the original Defenders, but I could be wrong.
I think that was the Defenders.
Regardless, it's going to be a cool team. I'm interested to read the book, but at the same time, clone evil Illuminati, I don't care. I think that's just a stupid throwaway villain, hopefully to hide and mask who the actual villain of the story is. But
yeah, probably.
Hopefully.
The concept sounds dumb.
This book goes on sale June 11th. Written by Sam Humphries, art by Ton Lima, and cover by Steven Segovia.
All right. Well, I was going to make it a chords joke, but we're just going to move on. Segovia chords?
Well,
yeah,
that's
You were
when you explain it, it's not as funny.
That's why I was trying to move past it, Moshko.
Oh.
But let's move over to comics. Let's get these reviews in. We're gonna hit this hour point. We're gonna hit this.
Here we are.